State of mankind. How much do you know? Excerpts from How the Spectre of Communism is Ruling Our World. 95. Promoting obscene content in the name of freedom. The 1960s was an era of deep transformation across American society. Left-wing students drove the anti-war movement, rock and roll, hippie culture, the feminist movement, sexual liberation, and other anti-traditional currents, raising chaos throughout the country. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court in this period was the liberal Earl Warren. During Warren's term as Chief Justice, the Supreme Court made very influential and far-reaching rulings. This included the prohibition of prayers in public school and the allowance of publications featuring sexually explicit material. In her book The Supremacists, The Tyranny of Judges and How to Stop It, scholar Phyllis Schlafly provided statistics showing that from 1966 to 1970, the Supreme Court made 34 rulings that overruled lower-level court decisions to prohibit obscene content. The Supreme Court's rulings were not signed, and majority consisted of just one or two lines. Put another way, even the justices themselves didn't bother to rationalize their decisions. In 1966, Hollywood lifted its restrictions on showing obscene content in film. A profusion of various types of pornographic works soon followed, and today they have saturated every corner of society. The First Amendment of the Constitution guarantees freedom of speech. It was intended to mean the right to express political opinions, not to manufacture and disseminate pornography. Legalizing drug abuse. As the world got ready to welcome the new year on December 31, 2017, CNN broadcast a piece of footage with multiple shots of a female reporter smoking marijuana. Visibly under the influence, she appeared disoriented and unaware of her surroundings. The broadcast received widespread criticism. In 1996, California became the first U.S. state to legalize marijuana as a prescription drug, and many states soon followed suit. By 2012, Colorado and Washington legalized marijuana for recreational use, that is, they legalized drug abuse. In these two states, planting, manufacturing, and selling marijuana to adults is completely legal. It has also been legalized in California. In June 2018, the Canadian government announced that marijuana use would become legal nationwide in the near future. Aside from causing serious damage to the human body, drugs are psychologically addicting. Once dependent, people can abandon all moral inhibitions in order to obtain more of the drug. On the other hand, those who support legalizing marijuana believe as long as marijuana can be obtained legally, that would be an effective way to reduce drug trafficking. They say that legalization allows stricter regulation over the drug, and accordingly a reduction in drug-related crime. By legalizing drugs, many governments anticipate saving billions of dollars in revenue. But it's not hard to see that as greater numbers of people become addicts, lose their desire to work, and suffer poor health, productivity will fall, and the aggregate wealth created by society will shrink. It is self-evident that legalizing drugs cannot increase government revenue in the long term. Furthermore, judgment of right or wrong shouldn't be based on economic profit, but on divine standards. Traditional morality sees the human form as sacred and created in divine likeness. Western religions believe the body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, while in the East, it was believed that the body could improve through cultivation to become a Buddha or a Tao. Drug abuse, then, is an act of desecration. According to a report by the Los Angeles Times, one of the important figures lobbying for the legalization of marijuana in the United States is a wealthy progressive. In March 2017, 6 senators wrote letters to the U.S. State Department requesting that this individual be investigated for using his foundation to promote progressivism abroad and subvert conservative governments. The legalization of drugs is an additional step in making people lose their inhibitions and cut them off them from the divine. As society experiences turmoil and economic downturns, conditions arise for communists to establish political power. From Chapter 10, Using the Law for Evil.